At a time when accountability, sincerity and openness in public administration have been pushed into the front burner of national discourse, the regular rendering of account of stewardship every 100 days here in Lagos State will no doubt provide a refreshing twist. It is 1,700 days of Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola's progressive administration, and as a result, it is another opportunity for people to know how their government has fared in recent days. This is particularly against the growing comments on the performance of this administration. In keeping with the mandate of the people, it is instructive to note that the present administration has considerable numbers of projects ongoing. Some of these projects, which cut across different sectors of development, have also been completed and commissioned. With 255 functional primary health clinics, 24 public secondary health facilities and 1 tertiary health facility, a total outpatient attendance of 4.181.461, including total admissions, which stands at 73.645. Provision of healthcare in Lagos State is quite challenging, and the input of this is not lost on the government. To further strengthen earlier improvements made in terms of infrastructure, Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola commissioned another maternal and childcare center, MCC, in Ajeromi, Ifelodun local government. Sited at Ajegunle, a hugely populated area, this ultra-modern facility again underscores the commitment of the present administration to the welfare and well-being of mother and child. This purpose-built structure marks a decisive step by government to address the rate of maternal mortality in the state. In addition to 5 others earlier completed and commissioned, these centers now contribute to considerable reduction in the percentage of deaths per every childbirth, a major provision of the Millennium Development Goals (MDGs).
We bring the good tidings of safe delivery to our mothers and a healthy living to our children in the Ajeromi area of Lagos. Today, we demonstrate to our people not only that your government has the capacity to reduce infant and maternal mortality, but it also has the imagination and the determination to deliver improved health care for children and mothers. Maternal and child health remain critical determinants of global national health. Women of childbearing age and the pediatric group constitute a significant and vulnerable segment of the people of Lagos State. We cannot underplay the crucial role that our mothers play in nurturing and the growth of our children and consequently our nation. To this end, we will continue to strive for their utmost comfort and their healthy well-being. The Ajeromi Maternal and Child Care Center that we officially hand over today is the 4th of its type that our government has opened to the public.
Free but qualitative education up to secondary level is one of the 10 points agenda of Lagos State government. In line with the spirit and letter of this operating document, intervention in education sector has been strategic and proactive, addressing its various challenges, especially the infrastructure to provide conducive learning environment. In addition to fundamental changes that have been brought to bear on this sector, Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola handed over another completed building at Bert Freeman Secondary School, Surulere. The new 21 classroom block with a capacity for 1,050 students also has a hall that can accommodate 450 students, a modern principal's office, a teacher's office, and information communication technology laboratory.
you also that this school was largely designed by an architect who worked for the constructing firm and who is an old boy of this school. And it is this model that we have used in Agriculture, that we use here on our own soil, and that we are using in Agriculture and other parts of Lagos. So therefore it comes to be that with the inspiration of dedicated old boys and the concertation of efforts, government is driven to act in areas of compelling need, such as infrastructure. Excellency, you took the bull by the horn, and you said, okay, I will do something. I also recall that in your office, we had a set ourselves, and you said, don't worry, something will happen. We are very happy that we can see this today. And I said then that your becoming the governor was not just by chance. It was because God had a purpose. And he needed somebody to do something about the affairs of this school that has been neglected for several years. So regularly, God has used you. And you are truly magnanimous, and you are truly an inspiration to all of us and to all the schools.
Construction of 15 mini water projects as promised by the present administration inch closer to becoming a reality. At Alausa, the handing over of a mini waterworks here underscores the importance this administration attaches to the provision of this essential need. It should be re-emphasized that each of these projects comes with a pipeline reticulation of 5 kilometers and catchment areas of 300 houses.
Water is essential to life, and once there is water, you can do a lot of things. And this area being the seat of power where all the government workers of Lagos State are housed, this will supply them enough water for office use, and all the neighborhood around this area will be adequately supplied with water. So it's a very laudable project to be situated around this area at this point in time.
In fact, we really thank God for waiting this our government do, because this water we don't expect them since, let's say, since 3 years ago, but about last year. As we see the water, in fact, we really appreciate our governments. And before this water come, they fetch a well and some taps, but the water no dey come well. But as this water come, we really like the water. The water they taste well.
With a population density of 4,193 persons per square kilometers, generating about 10,000 metric tons of waste daily, it is a fact that refuse management in a place as Lagos should pose a big challenge. In spite of this, Lagos State has not only been kept clean through ingenious policies that ensure round-the-clock management of this refuse. More attention is being devoted to sustain the success already achieved. Recently, Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola inaugurated 100 additional mobile compactor trucks for private sector participators (PSP) in waste management, delivered through Lagos Waste Management Authority. Law would add enormous value to sustainable environment campaign of the present administration. It will positively impact waste management process, tremendously enhance waste disposal capability, and improve turnaround time.
Some of the critical components of the promises were contained in our party's manifesto, which was to aggressively pursue a program of preventive health in order to reduce the number of people who took ill amongst us, and to ensure that those who choose to live, work and play in our center of excellence are healthy, vibrant and productive. We pursued the implementation of that preventive healthcare policy by doing so many things. But one of the strategies that we employed was to manage waste disposal more effectively, to make Lagos cleaner. Because if Lagos is cleaner, clearly it will be freer of disease.
This is another first in Nigerian history by a strong-willed and committed government to tackle environmental challenges proactively with dedicated pragmatism. The dream of about 20 months ago, the struggle of our executive force officers and lawmen is what we are celebrating today with the commissioning of 100 new compactors. This is the right step towards the renaissance of clean environment akin to the glorious years of cholera rule in Lagos colony. This event is a redefinition of the symbiotic public-private partnership in the drive to sustain Lagos State and proud leadership position in waste management not only in Nigeria but in Africa.
In addition to this, autoclave machine and equipment for disposal of all sorts of medical waste was inaugurated at the new transfer loading station Oshodi, the first of its kind in West Africa. The acquisition of this technology now affords government the opportunity to effectively manage waste generated from hospitals and clinics across the state.
The uniqueness of this machine are two things. First of all, there is an embedded inserter inside the machine. The second thing, there is a probe, thermometer probe in the lower chamber which gives real-time reading about the temperature being released, because this is how the cycle is being done. When the temperature, for instance, there are too many waste inside, then the temperature probe will say that the ideal temperature is not yet reached, then the cycle should be longer. So this is why we can be assured that the waste, the residue we are going to remove from the lower chamber later on are 100% sterile.
They're really doing a great job. I can see the streets of Lagos are something to write home about. It's not like what we used to see in those days. Now we can move freely. No waste bins on the road that's scattered and littered everywhere. They are really doing a great job all over the streets of Lagos. I commend the effort of the government. They should keep it up.
Waste management is one of the major aspects that one can think in life for the development of health aspect of the community or the generality of the public. And thank God Lagos State government has gone far ahead of most of the states and capitals of this West African region. And it's amazing for anybody to see what they have displayed on ground. You can see the waste collection trucks, you can see the conventional ones and non-conventionals, and the transfer station, which I think is the first one I have ever seen in Nigeria. And the only places you find this kind of transfer station is in Europe and America, and I think it's very, very, very impressive.
As one of the major visible achievements of the present administration, construction, rehabilitation and upgrading of road infrastructure across the state continue to receive desired attention. Considering the contribution of road to the facilitation of goods and services across the state, there is no doubt that the interventions of this administration would bring about accelerated commercial and economic development of Lagos. As of today, Adeniran Ogunsoya, Eric Moore, Akerele from Alhaji Masha to Ogunlano Drive, Bode Thomas, entry and exit to Ogudu roads have either been handed over or awaiting inauguration. Again, Idi-Araba Road, Ayobo Ipaja, Lagos Badagry Expressway with accompanying light rail corridor and Ikoyi-Lekki Link Bridge are ongoing. This bridge in particular is unique in every way. Designed and being built as the first cable-stayed bridge in Africa, the economic and architectural relevance of this project is bound to reposition the state as a forward-looking model megacity. However, it typifies this administration's drive to bridge the barrier and strengthen linkages among the people within the different local government areas of the state.
It has been a lot of improvement. In fact, what our governor is really doing in this state is something that entices everybody. Compared to how it were before, it was one lane, but now it's double lane. There will not be a lot of traffic on this route. I think the road will be very free. Aside from this particular one we are standing on, Akerele, Ogulano Drive, Adelabu, Adeniran Ogunsoya, Bode Thomas, there's a lot of improvements.
Yeah, Fashola is really trying, despite that they demolish my shop. I appreciate his work. He's really trying because he's doing the work it's for our own good.
Any person they waka, they go fall down, ask them, no, road is not good. It's destroying the form of, now road is okay, everything is good. Waka, any motor they go waka well inside this world. Now thank God for Fashola.
When the assignment is completed, it's going to increase the number of routes we have, and this hold up we are having is going to ease off, and people who are going about their lawful business will be able to leave house and get to the working place in time. You see that people will sometimes leave house before they get to the work. Their day is half spent because of hold up. So, but once this is improved, I think commercial activities will increase. People will go and do their normal business in good time and get home and have rest. And of course, it will even ease up stress people are encountering on the way to get to work.
Very positively and aggressively to the housing needs and challenges of Lagosians. Between September this year and today, which is about 3 months, when I commenced the handing over of completed housing projects, this facility in Apapa today is the 4th housing project we have completed and handed over. This model confirms my previous assertions that we will be tackling the housing problem from a multi-strategic approach. This approach in Apapa, by which we build for the rich to earn profit, to subsidize the poor, is different from the strategy that we use in the $10 housing scheme in Egbe, in the Olaiton Mustafa and Adeton Mustafa schemes in Ojokoro, which were driven by direct government funding in a way to subsidize the cost of delivering the houses. It is also different from the approach that we used in the Elegant Court project in Ikota, where government only provided the land with a view to sharing profit from the sale by the private developer, through which government again can continue to fund its social commitments and obligations. Commemorate the social opening of the HAV National Court. The glory, the benefit, the humanity, and I pray that all who live here will continue to prosper.
Aside its industrial and commercial status, Lagos is also an essentially traditional society. Again, this played out recently when the state organized Adamurisha Festival, popularly known as Eyo Play, hosted in honor of the late Chief Yesufu Abiodun Oniru, the father of the present Oniru of Iruland. Adamurisha is one of the richest and proudest statements of the flamboyance, elegance and colors of Lagos. It was indeed a day of culture and display of color, dance and tradition. This climaxed at the Tafawa Balewa Square, TBS in Lagos Island, with a fanciful parade. This is one play which has stimulated entrepreneurship and other economic opportunities for the people of Lagos.
think it's a culture that we should keep because it reminds the generations to come of our history.
Oh, I think it's fantastic. It's colourful, vibrant, energetic. It's brilliant, brilliant atmosphere, excellent experience to have. Thank you. I've really enjoyed it.
The presentation of 485.292 billion naira budget estimate for year 2012 by Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola sets the state further on the course of development. In what has now become a tradition, the 257.821 billion naira capital expenditure exceeds the current estimate, which stands at 227.470 billion naira. In line with the budgetary policy of the state government, the administration will boost its poverty alleviation program through infrastructural renewal for economic development.
Fashola has been doing really great. He has been a very good example to even other governors out in Nigeria. You can see all the ongoing projects in various locations. There's hardly any place you go to where you won't see him doing one thing or another. Either he's repairing roads or they're constructing drainages. He's always doing one thing or the other, and for me he's really leaving a legacy that even after he left office, people will still want to emulate such legacy.
Ever since he emerged as the governor of Lagos State, he is he's outstanding. I want to say it's like he took after Jack on Day, because most of the things, the innovations and the new things he has been doing, talk about the BRC, the roads and this Badagry Express road that we still, all those things are part of the things that he said he was going to do. And it's not just a man that will say something and he won't do it. He will always do it. He has challenged me as a person. I've had opportunity to speak with him. The last time he came here, I laid a demand. The truth of the matter is I just laid that demand that we need a faculty bus. And to God, by God's grace, he delivered the bus. Right, he said, I'm going to do it. And before God, and he did it. That is a man that is passionate about youth, passionate about education, is passionate about so many things that is going on in Lagos as a whole.
He's a performing governor, and in fact, he's a thinking governor. For him to have started this is very good. It's positive, and I hear him.
By sustaining its infrastructural renewal program, Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola's administration has made Lagos a shining model in responsive governance. It is an exemplary description of the potentials of political power and the change it can bring about. Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola has shown that economic and social development, and indeed sustainable development, can be engineered through appropriate policies and implementations. Impactful governance can only be achieved through clear focus and determination to serve the people. Governor Babatunde Fashola's administration has shown this time and time again in the administration process of Lagos State. This determination has brought about positive results in major sectors of the state, thereby providing an enabling environment for everyone to strive. One of the most important sectors in Lagos State that has witnessed visible and fundamental attention in the last 1 year is the housing sector, in a bid to address the housing issues confronting the state. The Fashola government commissioned and handed over 4 housing projects. The housing project includes a 10 block of 6 units, 3-bedroom flats in the Lagos State Development and Property Corporation LSDPC Court Apapa GRA. The estate, which has been rechristened HAB Fashion Rules Court to honor one of the oldest senators living in the state, consists of 10 blocks and 6 units of 3-bedroom totaling 60 units. It also has a water treatment plant, paved driveways and walkways, drainages and street lighting, among other facilities.
The benefit of humanity, and I pray that all who live here will continue to prosper.
$362 housing units of 1- and 2-bedroom flats was also commissioned at Odoragoshi in Ekpe Local Government Area LCDA and named Michael Otedola after the former governor of Lagos State. It is situated on 9.60 hectares of land. Furthermore, is the commissioning of the 80 units of 8- and 1- 3-bedroom flats at the Olaito Mustafa Housing Estate or Jokoro Local Council Development Area and the Elegant Court in Ikota, Lekki. The present administration has shown great determination in building a viral educational system that measures up to the standard it truly deserves, in order to enhance the quality of life of the people and also ensure that the future generation is empowered. The Fashola administration has invested a lot in the state schools through the construction of more classrooms and rehabilitation of existing ones. One of these schools is the Bert Freeman High School, Surulere. Governor Babatunde Fashola handed over a new block of 21 classrooms. To complement the new classroom blocks handed over by the governor, it was also equipped with modern teaching aid to facilitate teaching and learning. The new learning-friendly environment already created through the present efforts, coupled with other programs designed to boost the morale of teachers and others alike, will eventually improve the quality and standard of education delivery in Lagos State.
Shocking also that this school was largely designed by an architect who works for the constructing firm and who is an old boy of this school. And it is this model that we have used in Agriculture, that we use here on our own soil, and that we are using in Ajogule and other parts of Lagos. So therefore it comes to be that with the inspiration of dedicated old boys and the concertation of efforts, government is driven to act in areas of compelling need, such as infrastructure. Excellency, you took the bull by the horn, and you said, okay, I will do something. I also recall that in your office, we had a set of things, and you said, don't worry, something will happen. We are very happy that we can see this today. And I said then that your becoming the governor was not just by chance. It was because God had to talk. And he needed somebody to do something about the affairs of this school that has been neglected for several years. So, Excellency,
God has used you, and you are truly magnanimous, and you are truly an inspiration to all of us and to all the students.
Youth Development Program and Poverty Eradication Program has also received great attention by the present administration. The Women Affairs and Poverty Eradication completed the Skill Acquisition Center in Mushi. This acquisition center is well equipped with facilities aimed at aiding teaching and alpha training in various vocations such as barbing, dressmaking, hairdressing and cosmetology, shoemaking, tile laying and interlocking stones, computer courses, among others. The ministry also commissioned a home for the physically challenged children in Mile 12. This home will help to provide for these children as well as create an avenue where parents can be rest assured that their children are in safe hands. The new home, which is equipped with modern facilities such as medical clinic, audiology, speech and language therapy clinic, physiotherapy clinic, also have dormitories, recreation center, kitchen and dining room, generator and solar lamp. The establishment of the home is a demonstration of this administration's commitment to provide opportunities for all citizens of the state to attain their full potentials regardless of condition.
This is what we commit to do. And as you go around Lagos, you will see that even the roads we are building, we have not left people with disabilities behind. You will see sidewalks, you will see ramps that allow them to move conveniently without interacting in a conflicting manner with other pedestrians or vehicle users. Every one of the new public buildings that we have constructed in the last 4 years has a ramp to allow people with physical disabilities to integrate with people who are not disabled in a manner that ensures that they are not left behind. And this will be the story of Lagos. This will be the story of our transformation, where we give as much opportunity to people with disabilities to achieve and to be all they can be because we care.
Since the beginning of the present administration, Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola has been making conscious efforts targeted at repositioning Lagos State Waste Management Authority (LOMA) for effective and efficient solid waste management in the state. In order to intensify the efficiency of the state waste management system, in 2011 alone, 100 additional waste compactor trucks for the private sector participation (PSP) was acquired by the Lagos State government.
I hope that one day we will commission compactor trucks made in Lagos by Lagosians. And I believe that as we get into this frenzy of commissions, we must be careful how we communicate with ourselves. What we are here to do today is to hand over to our partners 100 waste compactor trucks that we assisted them in acquiring and providing finance support, providing guarantees, putting in place a leaseback arrangement that ensures that after the payback period, they will become the owners of the equipment. And I want to commend the leadership of our various PSP operators for their sacrifice in the past, for their commitment in the past, and for their faith today. Because I recall how this journey started with broken down trucks. Trucks that Mrs. Alibaba has rightly described in her speech, that they were themselves waste. And I remember that even the media used to have a joke at us that they were refuse dispersal trucks rather than refuse disposal trucks. But they kept faith, they persevered, they endured, and today this is the result. One of the important messages I want to share here today is that we are sitting on a refuse dump. And this is the famous Olusosudo. This was the place that used to belch smoke in 2007 when I was seeking the mandate of Lagosians. And I explained and I promised them that our government will remove and eliminate smoke in this dump. We are able to sit here today because the members of the Ministry of the Environment family, Loma, have walked through that commitment. And what used to be a smoke belching refuse dump is now the green belt that you see here, that we are able to sit here and hold a ceremony.
Also commissioned during the year in view is a new transfer loading station in Oshodi, and new autoclave machines were provided for treating medical waste and creating a hygienic environment for the people to strive.
In two phases. The phase one was the old incinerator, but the land behind it, we've turned it into a transfer station and also a medical waste treatment facility. So we built this first set of the whole thing. So we will jumpstart the rehabilitation of the main edifice in front, which will be turned into a waste to energy plant. We still have the silos in there. The silos are there. The silos can house more than 10,000 tons of waste, and that silo will be utilized for conversion of waste into energy. So it's a continuous journey, and we just have to start with this one right now and make the edifice very beautiful and make it the headquarters of healthcare waste management in Nigeria. That's our goal. And if you are not satisfied with the job we're doing for you, call 5577, toll free. It's free. You call us, we'll make sure we stand up to it. We're not claiming to be perfect, but one thing we can assure you, we are responsible and we are responsible.
The Ojota beautification, named after the late legal human rights activist Gani Fawehinmi, was completed and commissioned in 2011. The clean and beautiful environment which Lagos has become known for has been possible through the efforts and dedication of the Lagos State government.
In memory of the life and death of late Gani Fawehinmi, Gani Sam San, a frontline legal luminary and human rights activist par excellence, who revolutionized law reporting and dedicated his entire life to freedom fighting and the enthronement of democracy in Nigeria.
Climate change remains at the front burner of the administration, and in order to look into this, the Lagos State government organized a 3-day summit involving all the relevant stakeholders to look into the climate change and what can be done to further tackle the effects. With the success already achieved through the hosting of the annual Climate Change Summit in Nigeria, PRF administration stepped up its campaign for climate change awareness with the hosting of African Mayoral Climate Change Declaration. The 2-day event provided a platform for African delegates and stakeholders to prepare for proper representation at Conference of Parties COP17 meetings later held in South Africa. It also focused on local action plan both on climate change adaptation and resilience, as well as energy mitigation within African context.
It remains a peculiar problem. It has put us on our toes and it has put all the global leaders. It has brought with it calamities such as flooding, heat, severe heat, mudslides, landslides, very harsh and severe weather, desertification, consequential farming, loss of food, loss of crop, loss of farmland, and so much. The motive for us in Lagos State in leading this campaign is not far-fetched. Our topography, our vulnerability, our population, some of the reasons why we have taken this not only as a challenge but as a necessary obligation if we discharge our fundamental and primary obligations as a government to secure lives and property. The impact of climate change and global warming is no longer in far-flung places. It is as close in our sitting rooms, in our bedrooms, every time we switch on the television. Flood in Brazil, flood in Australia, mudslides in Pakistan, and many parts of Asia. And it came very close home just a few months ago in many parts of Zamfara and Jigawa, and as close as Ajegule in Kurudu here in Lagos. But I think the lesson that we take away is that what we started 3 years ago has put us ahead and a port above the rest. While many lives were lost in Australia and in Brazil, no life was lost in the Kurudu flooding in Lagos.
I am very impressed by this summit. I'm very impressed by the discussion, by the high quality, by the turnout also. And this is good news for us because we think climate change is one of the biggest challenges that humankind are facing. And we have to learn exactly what is climate change. We have to learn together how to fight climate change, to understand what is climate change, what do we need to do, how we should mitigate the risk, and how we should adapt to the reality of climate change. So this type of meeting is very important to explain all this and to draw together a future for addressing this biggest challenge that we have ahead. Well, in fact, the truth is, to address climate change, we have to change our civilization. We have to change every single element of our daily life, the way we drive our car, the way we run our building, the way we run our energy, the way we think, the way we communicate. And it is a very big challenge. We have to progressively how to run the economy, but on a low carbon development. So what I see today is the first element of it is mobilization, education, training. But I'm afraid that we need much more than that. This is just the very beginning. We have really to change the way most decisions are taken today, in the way we are building new cities, the way we are building a single buildings, the way we are organizing transport, the way we organize education. All this has to evolve in order to be compatible with a warmer world and with climate change. So yes, education is part of it, but much more is needed to make the real shift towards a low carbon and climate resilient economy.
The ambitious Eco-Atlantic City recorded a milestone with the commissioning of 2.4 million square meters of land for the development of the project. Reclaimed from the Atlantic, this piece of land has given strength to the reality of an idea that will redefine upscale urban development in a mega city.
2.4 million square meters of reclaimed land from the ocean is a momentous milestone in this project. Yes, as the Honorable Commissioner for the Waterfront said, it was a dream. But this government in Lagos, driven by a party, the Action Congress of Nigeria, a party with ideas, and men and women of resource and determination, make their dreams come true. We work very hard, find very reliable partners and people like South Energies who put their trust, put their money, put their time, and their belief in the integrity of this government to deliver this milestone. There's so many vistas and aspects to what we commemorate here. First, we're reclaiming and restoring the geographical territory of Lagos State and by extension the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Reclaiming land that has been lost to the Atlantic year on year by uncontrollable erosion that is now brought under control. For many who might not know, during the rains of 2007, there were waves here as high as 70 meters that was buffeting this coastline. But the Great Wall of Lagos, the wall in front of us here, protected Victoria Island, Ikoyi, and the rest areas of Lagos from being submerged by flood. That wall is still a work in progress, but it has started doing its job. It will be the wall that will ultimately defend this island from the Atlantic Ocean forever. We will walk this talk with our partners. The future clearly for us is assured. This will be a new city on the coast, a city that runs and operates like any other city in the world. 24-hour electricity, new business center, housing, accommodation, very efficient and reliable transportation. This is the future that Lagos promised. This is the future that is now within touching distance. It is real, and I am told that in the next 24 months or thereabouts, we will begin to see the emergence of one of the apartment blocks, business centers, 24-story building emerge from where we stand today. The future has started. Lagosians, welcome to it.
To stem rural-urban migration, the Lagos State government has put in place different projects in the rural areas of Lagos to make life livable in rural areas. Such projects include rural electrification, rural water, rural jetty and town hall. Micro water scheme type A and B was commissioned at the Ilogbo Eremi in Olorunda LCDA in Iworo. In addition to this, rural electrification project was completed in Okeogbe, also in Olorunda LCDA. As a result of massive community-based projects totaling over 517 and which covers rural electrification, pipe-borne water, modernized jetties, primary healthcare centers, rural agriculture projects, community halls, neighborhood watch posts, among others, were constructed or provided across the state's rural communities. Lagos State is known for a lot of things, from the commercial to the economic activities to the social activities of the state. But one significant social aspect the state is known for is the Eyo Festival. As generally known, Eyo Festival is usually staged to celebrate the life and times or in commemoration of the passage or ascension to the throne of an Oba of Lagos, or staged in memory of a departed, worthy and illustrious son of the state. The 2011 Adamorisha play or Eyo Festival was organized in honor of Pa Yesufu Abiodun Oniru, who lived for 120 years, out of which he spent 50 years as the Oniru. This rich cultural heritage of Lagos State no doubt has become an attraction for both indigenes and foreigners alike. All the projects embarked upon by the present administration have shown that the Lagos State government is determined to make life worth living for Lagosians. These significant projects have made Lagos State a role model for other success-driven governors in Nigeria. In the last 1 year, this administration has continued to take giant strides in making life meaningful for its citizens.